Today, I didn't really plan to talk about anything, really. I mean, I always have something to talk about, but today I just decided that I'm gonna start recording, and we'll see what comes up. Or maybe let's talk about. Actually, I should actually do this on a live. Like, let's talk about the time when I almost ended things. I think, why not? Like, let's talk about that. I remember I told my mom that I was gonna talk about it one day. I didn't know when, but I told her I was gonna talk about it because I was this close to ending things. In fact, there's a part of me that believes that I did end things. And I'm actually, because I believe that consciousness cannot die, like you'll always be aware. So I just shifted into another reality. Like, there's a part of me that believes that, because I don't see how I was able to survive what I was going through. Like, 2018 was the worst year of my life, or maybe the best, because I was able to reach higher levels of consciousness. In 2015, I met this girl. I don't like approaching women, to be honest with you. Like, I don't usually approach women, but I was in college and I saw this girl standing alone, and I felt like I should approach her. I mean, during my college years, I might have approached less than 5 women. She was one of them. So I saw this lady standing alone, and I was like, I need to talk to her. I don't know, like I just wasn't like that kind of guy that will approach women. But something told me that I should talk to her. So I saw her standing alone, so I went to her and we started talking, and we connected immediately. Like, we connected. And we became best friends. I never felt a connection like that before. I still have not felt a connection like that. Like, me and that lady, we connected, bro. Like, she was able to finish my sentences. It was almost as if she was a psychic. Like, she knew what I was thinking, but she kind of felt the same way. Like, I kind of knew what she was thinking. She used to tell me that before I call her, she could feel it that I was about to call her. Like, it was a different kind of connection, I'm telling you. Like, it was a different kind of connection. So me and that girl connected, right? We became best friends. She used to call me a bestie. But at the time, I was still, I was still afraid of women. So we became friends. She friend-zoned me. But one day I decided that, hey man, let me try my luck, Let me try my luck, because we have a really good connection. So I tried my luck. And she was like, no, we can't date. Me and you are friends. Me and you are friends. So let's not date. Plus, I have a boyfriend. She did it, like she had a boyfriend at the time. So I was like, all right. But if a girl rejects me, this is how I am. If a girl rejects me, I don't wanna talk to her anymore. Like, yeah, like I feel like it feels a bit disrespectful. I don't know. Maybe I have a big ego, but I don't know. Like, I don't want to talk to that girl. Like, we can greet each other, it's fine, but I don't want to connect with her. Like, I don't want to be that guy. Like, I don't want to be her therapist. You know what I mean? Like, that guy that when she has problems, she can come to, and then I tell her how to. So, like, I don't want that. I don't want that. So I stopped talking to her. I stopped talking to her, and after a while, she started texting me again. She was like, I don't mind being in a relationship with you as long as you promise me that you're gonna be a good boyfriend. I was like, all right, let's try this. And then we became lovers. So I'd known her for a year before we started dating. We were besties for a year before we started dating. Then we started dating. I'm telling you, like, the connection that me and that girl had, I don't know if there are many people in this room that will be able to experience that kind of connection. It was something else. I'm telling you. Like, I've dated many girls in my life, but I'm telling you, the connection that me and that girl had, it was something else. So we started dating, and every time when I was with her, I would literally forget about all my problems. You know, me and her didn't need to go to, like, you know, these beautiful places that couples will go to. Like, we would chill together, like we'll chill together like this, right? And we just communicate, and we'll literally forget that we're in a world that's full of other people. It will just be me and her, like 100%. We connected, you know. We didn't even like sometimes we wouldn't even buy food, you know, unless we were truly hungry. Like, we didn't even buy food. We just chill together and connect. And I'm telling you, we literally forget everything. I do believe 100% that she's the girl that loved me more than any other girl that I've dated, and I don't believe that there will be a girl that will love me more than she loved me. I don't believe that. So me and her, yeah, we connected. We had great conversations. We used to talk a lot, you know. Like, even over the phone, we'd talk for like 5 hours. Which is not really normal, but we had a really deep connection, me and this girl. We dated for 2 years. I knew her for a year, and then we started dating for like 2 years. But something happened and we ended up breaking up. I did feel that we were losing connection. There was this other guy that was helping her a lot, and he seemed to have a lot of money. So I started asking her about him because I could see that there was something going on, and she kept on lying. But I ended up finding out there was really something going on, and we ended up breaking up. Because of, like, we would fight a lot because of what was going on. So she ended up leaving me. It was March 13th, like 13th of March in 2018. and I went through depression. I was really hurt. I still do not know how I was able to survive that kind of depression. Some people might think, you're weak. How can you feel depressed, or you feel like unaliving yourself because a woman left you? I had never felt that kind of connection before, bro. I'll try to get her back, call her, text her, but she didn't want to be with me anymore, for real. So I thought, hey, I'm in pain. I don't think I'll ever heal. I've never felt like this before. So fuck this world. I felt like I should end things. I used to call, in South Africa, this organization, what do they call it? Okay, I forgot what they call it. But they do help people who are dealing with, or are contemplating suicide. Like, they'll talk to these people. I used to call them a lot, and they had good people who were working there and who will help me. I'm telling you, like, I was so damn weak that I needed to talk to people that I didn't agree with on a lot of things, just to feel better. And they did help me. They did help me. So yeah, in 2018, I really felt like there was no way that I would be able to go on. I truly felt like that. Shop. But somehow I kept on postponing. Like, I felt like that was it. Like, there was no way that I was going to survive what I was going through. But I kept on postponing. I was like, you know what? I don't have to leave today. I don't have to leave tomorrow. Let it be next week. And then when next week will come, I'll be like, okay, let it be a week after this. You know what I mean? Like, I kept on postponing. I genuinely do not know how I was able to survive what I was going through. I know it was just a breakup, but there was a lot going on, though. It wasn't like I had many issues, but that breakup really, it broke me. And she didn't understand, Like, I would try to talk to her. Like, yo, I'm really, really broken. And you know how women are, like, they're not good. Like, I don't think there's a woman who's going to love you if if you're fucked up, right? If you're really vulnerable and you're telling her the truth. I don't believe that shit. I don't believe there's a woman who's going to love you if you're truly, truly fucked up. They love you when you are great, when they know that you're doing great as a man. But I wasn't doing good at all. So she wasn't feeling me, I tried to explain to her in so many different ways that, look, I will be a better man, like, for you. I will try my best to be the kind of man that you want me to be, but she had already moved on. I remember this other day, because she stayed this side. She stayed in Gauteng, and there was still something that I needed at a college where we met. But then, I went to go and get it, and I didn't get it, so I called. It's like, yo, babes, look, can you help me? Because now I'm going back home. I don't have a place to stay this side, so I'm going back home. So can you decide one day to go and kind of like get this thing that I'm looking for? That day, our conversation was short. She's like, I don't know. I don't know if I can help you. And now I'm busy. And then she said, goodbye, Mr. Baloi. Like, that's my surname. And I just knew that it was really over. Like, there was no way I was getting this chick back. And I really felt like ending things, you know. And that's one of the reasons why I'm an avoidant. You know, when it comes to relationships, I don't want to commit because I know that once you become addicted to someone, it's like it's gonna take a lot for you to kind of to detach yourself. I was so addicted to that woman. Yeah. But yeah, I felt like ending things, and I believed 100% that I was gonna end things. I just kept on postponing. I had a plan. I knew what I needed to do to just end things, but I kept on, like, on this video, I also explained to you why it's important that you keep on going even if you feel like ending things. So keep on watching if you feel like you want to end things. But yeah, I felt like ending things. I was truly attached to this woman. Like, I can't explain the love that I had for this woman. Like, it was something. I don't believe that there's many people who will actually be able to experience what I experienced. So yeah, I kept on postponing, thinking 100% that I was gonna end things one day. But during that process, I was reaching a high level of consciousness. I literally, I don't know if a lot of people know that this is possible, but I've experienced what I'm about to tell you now. At the time, I didn't have a job. So I wouldn't know what date it was, but I could feel it. I was able to tell my mom that, oh, today is the 10th of July. Without, like, I could feel it. I can't explain how I was able to feel. You know, Mondays, I could tell, oh, today is Monday, today is Tuesday, today. Days just, I felt the days. I could feel it, what day it was. It was like a superpower, I'm telling you. I would tell my mom, like, yo, I know what day it is today, but I wasn't, it's not like I knew what day it was yesterday, but I know what day it is today. I could literally feel it in my body. I'm telling you, like, what I'm telling you is the truth. I could feel it. I would have dreams that were so damn real. That I'll wake up from these dreams and be like, that wasn't a dream. The synchronicities that I experienced at the time were just impossible. Like, I feel like a lot of supernatural things happened to me during the time.
Oh, okay. Nazo?
Sure, my brother.
XM.
Oh, it's just it's a mic and a camera.
And the camera. I mean the camera. Like,
She's your ex.
XM.
She's beautiful. You should continue to talk to her.
Okay.
Sure. Sure, brother. Hey, 2018. You know what I plan to do? I don't even know if I should say this, because no, I'm not going to say it, because it will be like I'm telling people how to analyze themselves. So no, I'm not going to tell you. And I've been telling you that you should try your best to keep on going. We are in a hell realm, I know, but let's try our best to keep on going. The reason why I say we should keep on going is because when you are in pain, when you're in real pain, you actually evolve. Like, you actually reach high levels of awareness. You might not even realize that that's actually what's happening, but you do. You do actually evolve. So yeah, I kept on going, I kept on going. I would communicate with my mom a lot. My mom is also, she's kind of like me. She's kind of like conscious, even though she's a Christian. So she will help me. Like, I'm the kind of person that if you really going through something, you can talk to and I can really help you. So she was that kind of person. Like, I would wake up in the middle of the night and knock at her door and be like, yo, I'm feeling like this. Like, I'm feeling like ending things. Like, I wouldn't choose to end things. I'll be like, whenever I felt like that, I'll just go to her and tell her that this is how I feel. And she'll have a conversation with me. She'll be like, no, you'll be fine. Try to be strong. And I didn't believe that at the time. I didn't think you can actually heal. I didn't think you can actually heal. But I kept on fighting, every day. I'll take long walks. Sometimes I'll walk for like 5 hours, bro. 5 hours. I'll be walking. I was in so much pain. I don't know how that was possible to be in that much pain. Because I told you that I've dated many girls before I dated this girl, and even after I've dated many women, and I've never felt like that. I'll take long walks and try my best to heal. It wasn't easy, but I was reaching a very high level. Like, I could feel myself becoming more conscious. Thinking, and when you are just by yourself and you're thinking about things, and you can feel yourself reaching a high level of consciousness. You can feel yourself starting to understand things that you don't understand. And I think that's one of the things that actually kept me going. Being able to understand things that I didn't understand before. When I tell you that you're actually better off alone, I'm not lying. I think there's something wrong with connecting with someone so much that you depend a lot on them. And you believe that you can't live without them. Because human beings are selfish. All of us are selfish. You could love a person and they don't love you back, or they don't love you the way that you thought they did, and they can't fake it. But my ex, she did love me, but she just, I don't know, man. I don't know. She just found another person that she felt was better, and she left. And there was nothing I could do at the time. We've had a lot of conversations, me trying to get her back, me trying to explain to her, trying to convince her that I'm going to be a better person, but she didn't get it. So it's actually better to not connect with people that much. Everyone is trying to feel good in this room, right? So if a person doesn't feel good with you anymore, they're going to leave you. It doesn't matter if you were good to them. It doesn't matter if you're a kind person. It doesn't matter if you're a loving person. If they don't feel the feelings that they used to feel for you, they will leave. No one is going to stay if they're no longer attracted to you. It doesn't work that way. So I tried my best to get this girl, but yeah, she had left. If there's a woman that I tried to get back after we broke up, it's that woman. She just didn't. I don't think she didn't feel like I loved her. She just didn't love me anymore. Because there's a like, I think if a woman loves you, it doesn't really matter to her if you love her. What matters to her is that she's with you straight up. Like, even if you don't love her, she will be with you. Because when we started dating, she was with me, you know. When we started dating, I did love her, but not that much. I didn't really care what she did, you know, who she was with. I didn't even ask those kind of questions. And she really did love me in the beginning. But when I truly loved her, she didn't love me anymore. When I needed her, she didn't need me. She was mean, bro, in the end. And I'm not blaming her. I do understand that relationships do end. I'm not blaming her, but I'm just telling you how things were. So when I realized that I'm not gonna get this woman back, it doesn't matter what I do, I'm not getting this woman back. I felt like ending things. I even used to go to, like, where I stayed. There's a hospital. They do have psychologists. I used to go to this psychologist. She was a woman. She had her own issues. There's a reason why. Okay, I'm not even gonna say it, but I went to this lady and told her what I was going through. I was really vulnerable, and she did try to help me. We maybe spoke for like 10 minutes, right? She gave me these other pills, it was antidepressants, and they did help me. They did help me. But I kept on telling her, because she said, the doctor said that I had to take those kind of pills for like forever. If those pills don't work, I must get a different kind of pills, like a different kind of antidepressant. But I used to tell my mom that no, I'm not going to be eating these pills forever. It's just for now. I'm telling you, they did help me. They did help me. I would feel better. I would feel numb, actually. But yeah, I'll go to this doctor whenever I can. I remember this other day, I met her, but I wasn't going to, like, that day I wasn't actually going to talk to her. I was going to change. I think the doctor gave me, actually the doctor gave me a different prescription. So I was going to talk to her about that. And she was like, look, I have problems. I have my own problems today. It's like, this is your job. You're at a hospital. But I wasn't going to talk to her about my problems. But it was a bit weird that she would actually say that. It's like, what? Like, bro, I used to be a music producer, right? I used to produce for people. They will come when I'm at my worst, and I will help them, even though I didn't have to. She's waiting for government. Like, she made me look at women differently. It's like, no, you gotta be strong, straight up. Like, you gotta be strong for the people that you are waiting for. Actually, you're waiting for everyone because you're waiting for government. So it was surprising to me, but I told her, no, I'm not coming here to talk to you. There's something that I need from you, and she did help me. But it still felt weird, bro. Like, if I was a therapist, it wouldn't matter what I'm going through. Even if, like, both my parents died at at the same time, and I still went to work, I will help my patient straight up. It's like it doesn't make sense, but yeah, she kind of did help me, at the time that she was able to. I remember this other day I went to in like my old high school, like my high school, right? I met this other teacher. She used to like me so much, and as we were talking, she said something that I think that kind of also did help me keep on pushing. She was like, it was not just me, it was me and my old friend, like my day one. We're not friends anymore, but at the time, yeah, we're still cool. So as we were talking, out of nowhere, she was like, guys, if a woman ever leaves you and you feel suicidal, please don't ever go on with it. Some of these women are sent by the devil. That's what she said. And I'm like, what? Where's that come from? No one has ever said anything like that to me, ever. Even now, no one has ever said anything like that to me. So I was surprised. I was like, how, How did she know that I'm going through that? I didn't tell her that. I just said thank you. I didn't tell her what I was going through, but I said, no, thank you. It's a very good advice. But yeah, I've had to do a lot to actually heal. I wouldn't actually be this conscious if I didn't go through what I went through. And that's one of the reasons why I say to people that if you ever feel like anything's, ask yourself why now. Can you go on for the next hour? Can you go on for the next 24 hours? You will reach high levels of consciousness. I don't know how that happens, but I literally was able to feel myself reaching high levels of consciousness. And I kept on going, I kept on going. I've never reached a point where I actually attempted to end things, but I felt like I was going to end things. I've had a plan, and it was a perfect plan. I'm just not going to tell you what the plan was. And let me say this is very important. If I was going to give up, I will tell you guys straight up. Like I would not, like it wouldn't just happen. So if you hear that something like that happened, I didn't do it. Like I didn't, you know what I mean? Because sometimes people get unalived and then they say, hey, he did this, he did. Trust me, I will tell y'all guys, 100%. I'm a very, like I like expressing myself, but my plan is to keep on going for as long as possible, My plan is to keep on going for as long as possible. But if I ever reach a point where I was too damn weak to go on, I will tell you guys. I will tell you. But I don't think that will happen. I think I will keep on fighting. But at the time, it wasn't easy for me to keep on fighting, It wasn't easy. I'll even plan on which day I will end things, but that day will come and I'll be feeling bad and I'll be like, you know what, I feel better today. Let's just postpone, and I'll just keep on postponing. And I never reached a point in my life where I was like, let me do this now. But it wasn't just the breakup that was affecting me. It was a lot of things, I wasn't making a cent at the time. I didn't have a job. I didn't have people to talk to. She was like the only person that I would talk to. I was at home. My room would always leak whenever it rains. There will be lizards that will be entering, and it was a small room. It was supposed to be a bathroom. Like I just was going through a lot, because sometimes the environment that you live in actually counts. And I was losing it. I was losing weight, bro. I ended up looking like I'm sick. People believe that I was sick in my village. When you lose weight, people believe that you are HIV positive. That's what people believed. I lost weight because, I don't know, I wasn't eating. I think maybe that was actually the cause. I wasn't really eating. It actually still surprises me that I was able to survive what I survived. Some people might say, nah, it's just, like, how can you ever feel like that because of a girl? I don't know. To be honest, I don't know why I felt that way. I think at the time I still believed in love. I still believed in soulmates. Like, you could meet a person that is actually meant for you, and you guys are gonna connect and have a great relationship, and that's gonna last forever. But yeah, I wasn't ready to lose her. I wasn't ready. I didn't believe that I would ever lose her. And she changed. I remember her eyes looked different. Like when we met for the last time, she had something that belonged to me, so she had to give me. When we met, like for the last time I saw her, her eyes were different, bro. And it still feels weird to me, because her eyes were different. Like her eyes, I think she kind of like had these eyes that were kind of like brownish, but they were black when we met again. It's like everything about her changed, bro. Like, hey. And she was mean. She wasn't the way that she's always like she was with me. She was mean. I used to have dreams about her, bro. Every time when I fall asleep, I would dream about her. Understand that kind of obsession? Like, you dream about someone every time when you sleep. I dream about her telling me things that I would sometimes call her and ask her in real life. Like, what did you mean by this? And it would be same things that she told me in real life. And it's things that I didn't question at the time, but I would ask her what she meant. So look, when I tell you that you're better off alone, I'm not lying. I think we shouldn't be, we shouldn't connect with people so much that we actually rely on them. People can disappoint you, especially when you need them. People can leave you when you need them the most. She left me when I needed her the most. Like at the time that I actually needed her, because I had not really needed her, in our relationship. But at the time that I really, really needed her, she was like, nope. I don't need you in my life anymore. I don't want you in my life anymore. And no matter what I did, I don't think I would have been able to get her back. She had made made up my mind. Do I miss her? Oh, not at all. And that's why I was telling you that no matter what you're going through, don't ever end things. Try to reach high levels of consciousness. Try to learn what you can learn. Like, you can heal from anything. If you're going through a breakup now, you can heal from that. Trust me, you can heal. No matter how much you love the person that you were with, you can heal. Healing is possible, especially if you are determined to actually heal. Yeah, I want to heal. I don't want to suffer anymore because of this. Like, you will heal. But you must also realize that when you are truly in pain, you actually grow. Like, you do reach high levels of consciousness. I don't know how that happens. I could feel myself reaching high levels of consciousness, starting to understand things that I didn't understand. I don't know how that happened, but it did. And I kept on fighting. It was a daily thing. It was not easy. But there was no other way. There was no other way. And I didn't really, I was only talking to my mom. I don't think there's a person that I ever spoken to about what I was going through except my mom. The people that I produced music for, even the people that I was friends with, they will come through and they will not know what's going on with me. I'll pretend as if I was okay, thinking that one day soon things are going to end. But I wasn't open. I felt like I couldn't talk to anyone. Plus, I knew that people don't really care. That's the thing. You could tell people how you feel and they end up talking about you. Like, yo, this guy is feeling like ending things because of a girl, because they don't understand the kind of pain that you're feeling. Like, if you've never experienced something like that, you'll never understand it. I remember I was with my cousin 2 days back. Came on Friday. I remember in 2015 when his ex-girlfriend left him. I used to laugh at him. I was like he was stressing, right? And I would laugh at him. I would be like, why are you stressing over a girl? It's just a girl, bro. There's many girls here. Like, why are you stressing over a girl? And he'll be like, no, you won't understand, bro. When I experienced that, I even felt like apologizing to him. Like, dude, I felt what you felt. And I'm not even, I felt more than what you felt, because that was a bit different. When I think about what I went through in 2018, I ask myself, how many people have ever felt like ending things and they never talk to anyone? Because you don't really feel like talking to anyone when you really feel like that. You don't really feel like you can trust anyone. At least I was talking to my mom, because at least I did trust my mom. And I will tell her to not tell anyone that that's what I was going through. I told her to not tell my dad. I told her to not tell my sisters. I told her to not tell my uncles, his sisters, my aunt, my grandfather and grandmother. They're still alive. She was the only person that I wanted to talk to about what I was going through. And I did make a promise, because she did one day. She said to me, look, please promise me that if you ever reach a point where you can't go on at all, tell me, you're going to tell me. And I was like, don't worry, mom, I will tell you. Like, it will never happen. Like, you just get a call and they tell you that something like that happened. No, I will tell you straight up. Like, I'm gonna be, and I will tell her, because there's something that's just wrong about a person just deciding to just exit without, that's one of the reasons why I believe that it will be good if those who don't want to be part of this are assisted. It's like they can have conversation with their family, because no one asked to be here, right? That's the truth. No one actually asked to be here. So if a person really feels like they don't want to be here, wouldn't it be good if, as a society, we said, okay, look, you didn't ask to be here, we're gonna help you go. Like, you don't have to do anything drastic. Like, you can just go. Like, it just feels, it's just honest. I think that's the honest way to look at things. But hey, it is what it is. But yeah, I did promise my mom that, if I ever feel like that, I was feeling like that, but if I ever feel like it was time, I will tell her. But the most important thing is that I was able to reach higher levels of consciousness without even realizing that I was. Sometimes, sometimes I would actually be able to feel that I'm reaching higher levels of consciousness. But sometimes I wouldn't realize that until maybe a week later, until a month later, be like, I'm not the same person that I was a month earlier. I'm not the same person that I was a week. I keep on reaching new insights. So there's a part of me that feels like that was necessary, because I don't think I would be this conscious if that didn't happen. I don't think I would have been able to reach this level of consciousness if I didn't go through that breakup. But that doesn't mean that we must suffer to reach high levels of consciousness. It's just that I chose to use my pain to evolve. Because there was a part of me that was like, what can we learn from this? And I was able to learn a lot. I was able to understand myself, because I had never been in that state before. When you are in a state that you've never been in before, you can learn a lot about yourself. You can learn a lot about the world, because you view things differently. So I was not viewing things the way that I would normally view things. So yeah, I kept on going, man. I kept on fighting, even though it wasn't easy. I remember in December 2018, me and my ex broke up in March, 13th of March. December 2018, I was still not okay. But I regained my weight, because I lost a lot of weight. But then from November, I started regaining my weight. So in fact, I became fat in December, because I was no longer feeling the way that I was feeling. But still, I still was missing her. I still wish that things could work out, but of course things weren't gonna work out. She was actually pregnant at the time, and she had a baby. You know what's weird? What's weird is that I contacted her 3 years later, right? I contacted her 3 years later, and she told me that she had a baby, but her baby had cancer, like her eye, Like she had cancer. The other eye couldn't see. But here's the thing. I contacted her and we started speaking maybe for like a month, and then she told me about her daughter. But she didn't actually tell me about her daughter. She posted a picture of her daughter and I was like, who's that? And she told me it was the daughter, and then she told me the whole thing. They say she posted that picture on Wednesday. Then on Saturday I asked her about it and she told me that it was the daughter. A week later, her daughter died. That's one of the reasons why I don't want to contact her, because I don't know how she looks at that. Like, it's like, so me and her were not talking. So a week after I asked her about her daughter dies. It's like, how does she feel? Does she feel like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense. So yeah, we did continue to talk. Even after that happened, I did try my best to console her. But I don't want to talk to her. Like, I don't miss her. I don't have feelings for her anymore. And I don't mind if I never ever get to see her again in my life. But I was thinking about it. I was like, what if she feels like me contacting her might have caused that to happen? Because it doesn't make sense, you know. I think that's kind of proves that this is some kind of a simulation. Like, I don't even want to call it a simulation because it's not really a simulation, but it's not real. Because how does that happen? Like, me and this girl have not had a conversation in 3 years. On a month that we start talking, she loses her daughter. A week after I asked her about her daughter, she loses her. How is that possible? Sounds like something straight out of a movie. Like, not something that can actually happen in real life, but it did happen. I used to tell myself that yes, you are feeling the way that you're feeling, but if you left earlier, you wouldn't have experienced what you have experienced. You wouldn't have met the people that you've met. Like, every day you do experience something, you know, even if it's not something new, but sometimes you do experience something new, so you wouldn't have experienced that. So I think that's that's the mentality that kind of kept me going. You know, if I left in 2018, I wouldn't have been able to communicate with you guys. You know, I do believe that with this channel, I really did help a lot of people. And a lot of people have helped me. You know, you've shown me real support. You've shown me real support. And I actually been able to connect. What's going on here? Seems like this corpse. But yeah, if I left in 2018, if I left in 2019, if I left in 2020, I wouldn't have been able to connect with you all guys. I wouldn't have been able to reach this level of consciousness. You know, even though I was reaching high levels of consciousness every day, but it wouldn't have been the same. It wouldn't have been the same. So knowing that also kind of keeps me going. But hey, what will I understand 5 years from now? What will I understand tomorrow? So that's why I encourage people to keep on fighting, even though it's not easy, because it's not. I mean, what do you do if you find yourself in a realm that you don't really understand, and you find yourself like going through a lot? Like, what do you actually do? So it's not easy. But let's keep on fighting, let's keep on connecting, let's keep on reaching our levels of consciousness. Thank you all, guys.